Josh Warren here with neuromuscularbalancing.com. I have pickleball and tennis behind me. I play different racket sports. Whether you're playing a racket sport or getting ready for any kind of performance, or just want a routine for daily wellness, a dynamic warm-up is critical. There's three main reasons why I recommend this. One, blood flow and circulation. Two, helps prevent injury. That's a common reason that many have heard of. And three, a less common discussed reason is it helps you play better from the start of your performance instead of using up playing time and then all of a sudden you're starting to play well but it's too late. So a dynamic warm-up will help you play sharper sooner. I like to do a lot of the movements backwards because we're in such a forward-going society. Backwards movements will help create better balance, get our back line of the body warmed up. Feel free to modify any of these movements. Do movements forward in the beginning if that feels more comfortable to you, and you can swap in or out of different positions that are optimal for you. First one, I'm going to go backwards with both my body and arm circles. My arm circles backwards will help slacken or shorten dynamically my rhomboid muscles between my shoulder blades and my back rotator cuff muscles. And then my whole back of the line, my whole back of my body will benefit also from going backwards. And coming forward with arm circles forward. The arm circles are great for serving and rotator cuffs and just the whole overall getting the blood flow in the body. Next one, I'm going to go backwards with heel kicks, which will dynamically shorten my hamstring muscles, and then you'll see me coming back with high knees, and that's going to dynamically shorten my quadriceps and hip flexor muscles. I'll go backwards with the heels. And come back forward with high knees. Now I'm going to side shuffle down and back. I'll be using my outside leg to push off and my outside leg to push back. I'll crisscross my arms, one on top, then the other. It helps with balance, good for the brain, and gets the whole body loosened up. These movements are really great for recovering, pushing toward shots. You'll often use a crossover step to get a more explosive first step to or from a shot. And that's sometimes referred to as karaoke or a grapevine step, so I'm going to show you that one. You'll see with that one I got my hips moving quite a bit while my head is neutral, so I can scan the court while I still have attention to my lower part of the body. In the beginning, if this is new for you, you may look down, see where your feet are, make sure you don't trip, and then as you get better, you can have that sense of where both your feet and legs are while still having a nice awareness in front of you. Next, you'll see a lot of NFL football teams doing high skips. They often will go forward and back arms. I like to go with the arms more like this, so that way I get a chest opener. And again, I'll crisscross my arms, one on top, then the other. And then I'm going to start backwards and come back forward. Backwards is definitely a bit trickier if you've never tried this, so you can build up to it. Each foot is going to tap the court twice. Looks like this. And I come back forward. Now my heart rate's up, and I want to bring my heart rate back down and use a recovery breath or a diaphragmatic breath. I recommend getting at least 100 of these in per day. It will help your overall mood. It'll help you get through your day, life stressors. It helps to override the stress response. We're in a modern era with a lot of psychological stressors that our brain can't always tell the difference between if it's a psychological stress versus a biological threat. So if you exhale, let all of your air out completely through your mouth or your nose. Belly goes back toward the spine, eliminating the air. Inhale through your nose. Fill the belly, ribs, and upper chest. And exhale, repeat. So exhale, nose or mouth, belly draws toward the spine. and then inhale preferably through the nose because it helps filter the air, and you'll get a more complete exchange of oxygen and a longer, smoother breath through the nose if possible. This will help override the stress response. It will help with physical recovery and just a host of benefits for deep breathing. A lot of people breathe too shallow, and this is just a really good practice to split the warm-up. Use 1 or 2 of these in between all of your points, or when you have pauses in whatever activity you're doing, and throughout the day. Last 2 exercises is going to be an inside out. Knee starts in of the midline and rotates out. That way you can get a maximum rotation. And then when I do outside ins, I'll start the outside ins halfway. Then I'm going to start the knee out, rotate it in. You could do it backwards, or I'll show you in this case forward. Now that I'm halfway, I'll go outside in. And trunk twist coming back. I'm twisting toward my lifted leg to get maximum rotation, great for ground strokes. And exhale on your twist. Lastly, I'm going to float my arms from side to side as I lift my opposite heel. Imagine the arms are like empty coat sleeves on a coat that's too large on you, and you could widen your stance and lunge on one leg, lunge on the other, as if you're hitting open stance ground strokes. Inhale, and then exhale, coming forward. Inhale, exhale, coming forward. And if you're nervous before a performance, you can shake your hands as they go back and forth to try to get the upper body loose, lower body strong and active, which is a great dynamic to get into the zone. I hope this dynamic warm-up helps, and that you can utilize it and see the difference that it makes in whatever activity that you're doing, or just use it as a daily wellness routine. Thanks so much.